Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast with your host, Chris. I am that guy I just said. I am always him. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 204. Another RTX episode. Almost coming to the end of my RTX episodes. But first, before I get into that, Shop Talk. Comic Bento is a monthly comic book subscription service where they will send you themed boxes of 4 to 5 graphic novels, and I highly recommend it. So if you would like to sign up, head on over to comicbento.com and use the promo code CASTING and the number 2. That's casting 2 for $5 off, courtesy of me. You're welcome. And as always, the other podcast I host with the lovely and beautiful and talented and funny Megan Johnson, Sunday Brunch, is also available for listening ears at sundaybrunchpod.com. All right, so I need to talk about what's going on this episode. I had the chance to attend the Season 2 premiere of Day 5. Season 2 premiere of Day 5. Yeah, I said that right. And before the premiere happened, there was a red carpet, and I got on the red carpet. I've never done a red carpet before, so I was very happy to do this red carpet because I actually watched Day 5, and I enjoy the show, and I enjoy everybody on it, and I was happy to get Josh Flanagan and Stephanie Drapeau on so that I can talk to them about the show because I'm interested in the show. It's a good show. It's coming back for Season 2, August 6th at roosterteeth.com. And everyone should go sign up for a first membership because I've been signed up for years. It was before it was first. But anyway, it was really fun to chat with Stephanie and Josh. So first you're going to hear Josh, and then it's going to go right into Stephanie. All right, people? So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. I've been telling people you can slouch, just chill.
Okay.
Yeah, take it easy. It's also very informal.
Okay.
So, yeah. So we're just gonna chat, general chat.
I'm ready.
I would like to know.
Okay.
So Day 5 was around before you were hired.
Before I was born. Yes.
Before you were born, exactly, because the founders, they're that old.
Yep, 1952.
Was it kind of a bit of overwhelming, when they say, hey, we want you guys to write, direct, take over this baby. Mm-hmm. It's your baby now.
Well, it was a good baby. Not all babies are good.
Right.
But it sort of came in phases because when Chris and I took it over initially, mm-hmm. It had already been through a few iterations, and at that point it had gone from a mini series to a feature.
Right.
And they decided ultimately a short was going to be its fate. And so when we took it over, we kind of got to rebuild it from the ground up because
right.
a short's much different than a feature, and some of the stuff in the feature had focused more on like finding a cure and figuring all this out, and it's like, well, a short doesn't even give you barely enough time to establish the threat, much less look for a cure.
Right.
Just so we opted for a simpler story of which became episode 4 of season 1, which was Joel's story of having insomnia and existing, and the world was kind of a character in the background. You learned it through a smaller character journey. No, I don't know. I mean, Matt and Bernie were great about letting us take it and take what we thought was good about the concept and really run with it, and we're really supportive. So it was actually really cool. It was a good, cool collaborative process with them.
Nice. And it's a credit to you guys, just because you guys have to write so many styles. You do mm-hmm. your comedy. Now this is a bit more apocalyptic, dramatic stuff like that. Is there ever a time where you're just like, I got to write something funny right now? I can't write another person dying. I can't. I need a fart joke right now.
I just wrote a fart joke in something else last night, so this is very topical.
There we go.
For me personally, like my background pre-Rooster Teeth was dramatic writing.
Yeah.
I did some comedy, but most of my like feature scripts and projects I've been contracted before were actually dramatic. So for me, this is a little bit getting back to my roots of what I enjoy. But I mean, you've seen season 1. Like we try, and I think there's a good infusion of humor in the series.
Right, yeah.
So we get a chance to make it funny. I actually think, in a lot of ways, season 2 is actually funnier than season 1. So, yeah, it's a good mix.
Nice. And is, no spoilers, but, I mean, the cool part of season 1 was that character who had the nails in his cast.
Yep.
Was it fun to just create these kind of cool, weird villains that we haven't seen before? I've never seen a guy with nails in his cast running around hitting people.
No, it is cool. Well, that's what's so cool about the device is that because you're starting 5-6 days with no sleep, you have people that are really crazy, delirious, hallucinating, and so you can have these really extreme characters, and it makes absolute sense in the world.
Right.
And especially in season 2. I think season 2 is a much crazier season than season 1, and so you have people. The character you were referring to, we called them incubi. Like an incubus. Yeah. People who've turned to pain to stay awake. And in season 2, there's some really cool evolutions of that.
Right.
Like people have gotten really creative in how they're doing that, and even more crazy. So yeah, there's some really cool twists of that. I'm excited for y'all to see it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so I'm fascinated with character or world building because essentially when you write the script, you're creating a whole alternate world.
Yeah.
And I was telling my friend, do you think Harry Potter's had sushi? And she was just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Does sushi exist in that world? Stuff like
Sure.
that.
Okay.
In your world, let's say has any one of the characters not done something? Like, has any of the characters not eaten sushi?
Have they not eaten sushi?
Yeah. Which character do you think so? It's making you think. It's making you think.
Jake has probably not eaten sushi because he can't afford it.
That's true. That's true. Not even that back alley sushi. No.
Yeah. Oh, maybe back alley sushi, where he picks up his drugs.
Right. It's sushi and drugs.
But world building's an interesting thing because it's something we work really hard on the show of just trying to make this feel, especially in a market that's really oversaturated with apocalyptic lore right now.
Yeah.
Like we try really hard to find ways to make our stuff unique and interesting and fun, that stuff you haven't really seen before, and having characters that have a lot of knowing the world as well as you're kind of talking about, whether they've had sushi or not.
Right, exactly.
Jake has not. I've just established. That's canon.
Spoilers.
Somebody
it's canon.
put that in the show Bible.
There we go. Now, the show takes place in Texas. Rooster Teeth's from Texas, all around. Is there some place you'd like to take the show?
I keep trying to get them to take it to Hawaii, but they haven't listened yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, it works for Adam Sandler. There's I don't know. It depends. I mean, this season really expands the worldview of the show for sure. I mean, we filmed a lot in Texas, but a lot of those locations are doubling as other places.
Right.
And we even filmed some in Sydney too. So there's some Australia scenes as well. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's all desert and there's spiders that can kill you.
It's true.
So
the scenes we filmed in Sydney were downtown Sydney.
Right.
So it's like Opera House and that stuff. Yeah.
There we go. So in 3 words, what can people expect from season 2 of Day 5?
Sex, fat, murder.
Yeah, one more. What?
Does that work? Sex, fat, murder.
Perfect.
Those are what a tabloid should say.
There we go.
I don't know. No, let me give you a more realistic one.
Nope.
I was trying to get your attention. Okay.
Nope.
I just want to grab you.
All right.
Let's see. Scope.
Okay.
Crazy.
Okay.
Surprise.
Surprise. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good talking to me.
You want to talk?
Yeah. Come on over.
What's up?
Nothing much. Here, I will give you.
I get
You
a
have your
mic.
own. This is super non-formal.
Okay,
We can
cool.
talk about whatever.
Is this audio?
This is all audio.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so you can slouch. You can.
Yeah,
I've had
I
people
can
wear
stutter.
PJs.
I don't have PJs on today, but but I can go back and get them.
Can you? Okay.
Because I did have a dream the other night that
Yeah.
I did wear my sweatpants to the premiere and
Okay.
went on stage.
Were you afraid, or were you just like?
No, I was
"Nah"?
actually cool. I was like, oh no, I forgot my outfit, and I got these sweatpants and a T-shirt, so I'll just do that. And I went on stage, and I was like, hey guys, what's up?
Yeah. There
So,
you go.
Next time, I think you read my mind.
I don't think anybody would get mad if you did that.
I think maybe next year.
Because they have those PJs that are like pajamas, but they're like a suit.
Maybe next year's pajama party premiere.
There you go. Formal pajama party.
Right.
There is a market for that. These days, there is a market.
I would want to be there. So
Yeah.
I think we're onto something.
There we go.
We're onto something.
So I feel like we got to talk about day 5.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a little bit, and we'll
I think
loop
that's
it back.
relevant.
We'll loop it back to PJs. Don't worry.
Okay, good. We'll do a tag at the
In
end
your
with
show, do you wish you could wear PJs all the time?
that. All the time, every day.
No,
But I do wear the same outfit the entire
right.
season.
It's like, how does that work? Do they wash it? Do they?
They do wash it. The wardrobe is amazing. So they
Okay.
go. There's duplicates.
Okay, yeah.
And then they wash it, and I get to wear it again.
And
I
then
get
if
a
you
little
get-
bored with it, but it's okay.
And if you get dirty, they have to re-stain everything perfectly.
Yeah, that's why
Okay.
we try not to jump in mud puddles in the middle
Gotcha.
of the season. But
Gotcha.
you never know. Mud puddles happen.
It could happen. It absolutely could happen. As far as character work, because you're in a post-apocalyptic world, and then you're filming in these desert scenes and all that, and then you go home, there's like an Arby's across the street. How do you get your mind into the character?
Lots of push-ups.
Okay. Okay, really?
We really do. We do a lot of push-ups on the scene because there's always like such a heightened energy level in
Yeah.
a fight. You're always fighting.
Right, okay.
So honestly, like Jesse and I in particular, we are like, okay, let's go, let's do it. We do push-ups. Sometimes we'll push against each other.
Okay.
Like we grab each other's hands and we push to just get the energy all the way up
Okay.
to be in the mode of like struggle to survive and fight. Outside of that, it's acting techniques.
Right.
Of course, you just fill your body with the intensity of the circumstances, and it's a you have different levels of what that. I have different levels of what that is on a different based on different scenes because it's a personal process.
Right.
But push-ups,
Push-ups.
push-ups work.
Now, when, after a long day of shooting, you're done, you're tired, you want to go home, do you have a problem getting out of the character? Or is it something where it's on, it's off?
I don't have a problem getting in and out of character, but it kind of depends on the scene and the season. Like first season, a little bit more. I had a little bit of a longer process of stepping out of character and like going back into my life. But second season, I know Allie really well.
Yeah.
She's part of me.
Right,
so
yeah.
I don't have as much of a challenge with that this season. No.
Okay. And now, repeating a character, it's only 2 seasons so far, but how do you find a way to keep the character fresh for yourself?
It's a marriage between the story itself and how the script is changing and how they keep me fresh through the circumstances I'm facing, and in myself how I have Allie how I choose for her to evolve through these circumstances. So she doesn't fall flat because she's constantly facing new circumstances, growing from it, learning from it, finding new enemies, new friends, new challenges, new triumphs, new failures.
Yeah.
And so through all of that, she's able to stay fresh within me because I can parallel that to my own life and say every day.
Right.
Even if it appears on the outside I'm doing the same thing, every day as I do something, take on a new challenge or meet a new person, I change.
There you go. Okay.
So it's the same for her.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, you've been working on multiple projects, a lot of different varieties. Do you have any bad audition stories?
Oh my God.
Like the worst one.
Okay. Oh man, that was a surprise question. Let me think. If I go back, I remember I have a couple, but one in particular. I was doing this audition. It was when I was living in LA, and it was in Hollywood. And I gave this performance. I was doing everything I could to be good.
Right,
I gave it everything I had, and the producer and the director and the writer and everyone was just sitting there looking at their phones, looking down at the page, and I just wanted to punch him.
Right, yeah.
Of course I didn't, and you leave, but it was certainly not a fun experience. I bet you I have another one, but it's not coming to me right now. I'll have to get back to you on
Okay, you can get back. As far as day 5 goes, is there somewhere? So you were talking about how you were shooting in Texas, and it's primarily a Texas show because Texas, all that good jazz.
Yes.
Is there some place you'd like to see the characters go?
Oh man.
Anywhere you look, outer space? I don't know.
That's so funny you say that because we were talking about that. Well, where would you want? And I said, let's go space. Let's go cosmic. And Jesse's like, let's go underwater.
Okay.
And but we thought, well, let's go to Hawaii.
Right.
Because we'd love to shoot in Hawaii.
Yeah. It's the best of both worlds.
Let's go to India. But there was we'll see where they take us.
Okay.
But certainly going somewhere where filming there is enjoyable.
Right.
It would be would be my vote.
It's almost like a paid vacation.
Correct.
It's like, we'll act, but I want to go surfing right now.
And the day 5 cast, we're all so close now.
Yeah, right.
You know, Davey and Jesse and Walker and I, we're friends.
Right.
So you plop us in any environment and we'll have a wonderful time. But by all means, if you stick us on an island, we'll be swimming and surfing and snorkeling and
there you go.
having building even more memorable moments.
Yeah, I mean it sounds fun. Now, is it weird because you're talking about Walker? Is it weird seeing him grow up?
It's a trip.
Yeah,
it's a trip. You get used to it, but honestly, from when we won the Streamy Award in October to when we started filming in late February, it was like he grew. It looked like a year,
right?
And it was such a short period of time. So, by all means, we had to acclimate to his maturity level growing, and but you know that's life.
By next season, he's going to have a huge beard.
There you go. It happens to us all, right?
Exactly. So my last question for the people at home who are excited for season 2, in I'll say 4 words, what can they expect from? And they could be individual words.
Yeah. Wild.
Okay.
Riveting.
Okay.
Insane.
All right.
Chaos.
Okay, there we go. That's 4. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.